Welcome to Bus Vibes. Well, everyone, I have made the trifecta. I have my third spare bus of the week, and it's only Thursday. So, I got 1201 back again. Sorry, no 99. It's not around here. It must be in one of the other districts. When I say districts, we got all different stuff. Oh yeah, I gotta log in, don't I? Let's just say field trip, because I'm just going home. Still that way I'm covered. Yeah, that's me. Nope, I don't want an inspection. Nope, I'm not driving around. Boom. Oh my word, the air conditioning in this bus works so much better than what was I in? 0989, that's right. There's JB. It's my third one this week. This is my third one this week. Anyway, this is not going to be a full-fledged video on this one. Maybe I can cut it up and make it a short. I don't know. Oh man, this seat squeaks. Plus, I think I'm coming down with something. I'm not feeling great. I still have a lot to do. We've got a big college, basically a college concert we're having at our church tonight. I think we're doing like 8 songs. And, whew, tell you what, after the week I've already had, I'm beat. And again, it's only Thursday morning. I did leave my Yeti on the other bus, and luckily I'm pretty good friends with the people that are in the office, and I texted them, hey, can you go grab my Yeti, otherwise it's going to disappear, you know. See if I can angle this down a little bit, trying different angles here. I have no idea what the angle will be because I don't have any markings on this headlamp strap, or whatever you want to call this thing that it's mounted to. But ooh, well, we'll leave that up. It's right there at the edge. The sun is. Yeah, can't win on that one. But yeah, hopefully. Well, hopefully you guys have seen the last 2 videos this week. I think I labeled them Broke Bus and then Broke Bus Part 2. This one might be Broke Bus Part 3. And oh, really, all this is because I was trying to be proactive. I knew 201 needed to be serviced. Oh my gosh, these people with the choke, the brake choke, or whatever you want to call it, engine brake. I can understand if you're driving an 18-wheeler or something and you have a lot of hills and mountainous, but we're in South Georgia and the hills here are few and far between. Man, there's a lot of traffic today. All right, now. Oil pressure's good, my temperature's good, air pressure's good. Although they're supposed to fuel these things up after they use them every time, but I'm at 3/4 of a tank. that'll be fine. I'll keep it until Monday because this is not due service until the 4th. And yeah, that way, whenever I do get 201 back, it'll be nice. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah, I started an Excel sheet. I'm going to start whenever I get 201 back. I really want to figure out the mileage of these things. I mean, I can Google it, but where I can write down, okay, here was my beginning miles on this date, and then the next time I had to fuel up was this date. This is how many miles I went, so this is my miles per gallon. I could probably put it in my app. I've got an app that I keep for our cars, my wife's car and my truck and my car. And I could probably put it in there and really figure it out, but actually I may just do that. That might be easier. Save myself some headache. And actually it will, what the app will do is the app actually tells me how many miles you've gone in a year, how many you've driven. So I'm kind of interested in that. There's like a hawk or a falcon or something right there. Oversized loads. Yeah, what are public schools? Public schools are the cesspool of sickness. Everyone that goes to, it kind of reminds me of basic training. You know, when we were in basic training, everybody got sick. Now I wonder if it's all those shots we got. But at the same time, you know, you're in a small building where you have, what, 30 or 40 people all living in the same room. One person gets sick, it just spreads. Same thing with being on a bus. You know, one person gets sick. I've seen a couple of kids wear masks when they get on the bus, and I keep masks in my bag if I really feel like I need it. You know, like if I hear somebody hacking or coughing and they're right behind me, I'm gonna put it on. Although I'm not sure what good they really do, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can hear that. That would be annoying if I had to drive this thing on a daily basis. But I am very much like Lane. I am a C2 purist. Give me these C2s any day over those CEs. Now that last one I drove, 0989, it drove fine, other than the steering wheel being like this, where my hands are. It was off. And then having the switches like this, where my thumbs are, it was just weird. I prefer having my door open switch right over here, or on 201 it's here, still over on the side. It's just, it frees up, especially when you're trying to make a turn, because sometimes I make a turn and then immediately I got to put my ambers on, and it just doesn't always, it's just not easy when all the stuff is on the steering wheel. That wasn't too bad this morning. I mean, it was what, 75 degrees, it's 79 now, but it was 75 degrees this morning. So having only one air conditioning in the bus I had wasn't too bad this morning. I mean, we got by, nobody complained that, oh my gosh, it's so hot. This afternoon, it's going to be in the 90s, and there's no way I would have done that. Or if, let me rephrase that. I can't say there's no way I would have. I would have preferred not to. It needed to be fixed. And it was due service. So might as well turn it in, get it fixed, get it serviced. And this way I've got a spare. And it's funny, I texted one of our coordinators, and I was like, hey, do we have any spares available? That's all I asked was, do we have any spares available? I said, my rear air doesn't work. If we don't have any available, I'll suck it up and just turn it in tomorrow. And the kids will suck it up. Sorry guys, if those of you that listen to my bus, that listen to this that are on my bus, but if we don't have any available, we don't have any available. You know what I'm saying? We do what we can. And so, but she was like, hey, do you want 1201? I've got 1201 and I got another one. And I was like, yeah, 1201's fine. I said, it's it was fine bus until the belt broke. I said, I mean, the air was cold, it ran good. I mean, other than the fasten seatbelt light stays on all the time, and my seatbelt is buckled, so it's just something either in here or the wiring or something's got pinched or something. So again, that's not, to me, that's nothing to write up and turn it in for. Let's just do that the next time it needs to be serviced. At least that's the way I operate. If it's not a safety hazard, I think Lane is the same way too. If it's not safety, he just kind of keeps a mental note of things. I'm actually, I'm going to come up with, when I was in the military, we had these things they called 781As. Well, you had 781 series. Basically, it was a book, kind of like the folder right there. You could open it up and you would know what the status was of that aircraft at any given time. So you had the H, 71H, I think is what it was. So you had to have whatever the highest level of discrepancy. Discrepancies, you had a note, just like, hey, just let you know, the plane's doing this, or whatever. All right, or it's overdue inspection on depot maintenance, or whatever. Then you have a diagonal, which means this system is broke, something's wrong with it, or something's torn, whatever, and it needs to be fixed at some point. There was a dash, which was, hey, this is an unknown condition, but it needs to be dealt with. Like an inspection is overdue, or we need to do a through flight inspection, or whatever. And then you had a red X, which was, hey, plane is grounded, it will not fly until this gets fixed. So, and then we had the 781A series, which is basically how we wrote up the discrepancies. I'm gonna build something similar to that for my bus, just as a long term too. I can see, okay, did they fix this? Did they fix this? You know, because I have no problem writing up stuff multiple times to get it fixed. I mean, again, I'd say our mechanics are rock stars. Most of the time they take care of stuff right away if they can. Sometimes, again, it may be parts on order and I won't know. So, but then I'll write it up the next time I have service, so they can be like, oh yeah, we got that part in, let's go ahead and get that fixed. I mean, they've got a computer system that still tracks all this, but me as the driver, I want to know what my bus's condition is at any given time. Of course, that's the military in me. That's the way I was in the military with aircraft maintenance. That's what I did. I was aircraft maintenance. So you just kind of get used to it, and that's the way I operated for so many years. It kind of makes sense to keep doing it this way. Some of the stuff I didn't really want to go into last year because I never knew if I was going to be on that bus for very long or not. I never knew what the status was of the other driver. Well, it's all me now. So anyway, I think with my voice the way it is, I think this is going to be a real short video today. We're going to call the quits here, and I hope you guys all out there don't succumb to the sickness that is public schools. Anyway, nope, not going reverse. Stop. Headlights off, air conditioning off, air conditioning off. Ooh, I might need some WD-40 on that seat. Tablet. No. Hours, log out. Boom. All right, everybody. Well, until next time.